straw.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode.
Yeah.
This week I'm gonna say, put your mask on, put your shields on, put your gloves on, sanitize those hands, wash those hands, don't touch nobody. What else?
Don't go outside coughing on nobody.
Don't be coughing in people's faces.
Cover your mouth and your nose when you sneeze and when you cough. Inside the arms, guys.
Inside the arms.
Don't sneeze
shake
in your
nobody's
mask
hands.
neither. That's disgusting.
And then tune in and then do what?
Zone out.
All right.
Okay.
So,
All right, as y'all
that-
can see, we're
saying
missing
that,
someone.
And yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me get my shoulder out.
So we just gonna let y'all know real fast.
This
We
is
can
me.
Get the rest of the show going.
Could y'all tell them that this is me?
This is the substitute
This is our-
teacher,
right.
Chrissy.
Make sure y'all tune into that YouTube, please, because y'all have to see these visuals, okay? Do Not Disturb Podcast is on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, turn on those notifications so
Yes.
you can. Who the hell is that? We need some black men on here. That
wasn't
it.
You better motherfucking do it.
That's what we need. That's right, Ghana.
I like that. Hear that shit? That make you want to do something.
So I look a little different today. That makes sense.
So this is our new substitute teacher. And then we're missing...
This is me without all the judge, y'all. So if y'all want to see how I look without the judge, look at...
Follow and watch it. We missing Ella, y'all.
We're missing our friend.
We're missing Ella.
She had a prior.
So she had a family function to go to. So she doing her thing, and we here doing ours.
And we said we're gonna hold it down for you, Ella, but we miss you, okay?
Have fun, and we miss you.
So what we talking about today? Hold on, let me get a drink.
Y'all,
I'm not doing this well.
her and this damn mask.
Just stick a straw through
I ain't taking this mask off. Today we are gonna talk about
I bet you it's something slim to crush your face. You will figure out a way.
how to get it through there. You right. You right. I don't know why y'all be trying to make it seem like put me out there like that. Like, I'm so holy and sanctified.
Oh, yeah.
I could lie today.
Laws.
Cause tomorrow I can
It's a whole
repent.
new.
I can repent.
Y'all hear this shit?
Speaking of repenting and asking for forgiveness and rethinking your life and saying, is this the right decision? Or if I did this yesterday, am I going to be sorry for this tomorrow? Living in regrets.
Yes.
How many of us have actually done something and said, you know what? I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have acted that way. Or I could have just lived my life completely different. I shouldn't have fucked with that nigga. He wasted my time. Or I should have went to school. I shouldn't have dropped out of school. You know, it's so many things that, especially now that we have nothing but time to reflect on what the hell we're going to do with our lives now. We know life is short.
Yep.
How many of us has done things that we actually regret? Okay. You can feel sorry or shame or even guilt for past mistakes or action. And that's really the definition of regret. Some people, like, let me explain. Some people, you know, you ever had them people be like, I don't care about what I did. Like they give absolutely
like,
no
I was
fucks.
I was here for the day type of shit. I'm do what I want to do. Tomorrow ain't promised. YOLO,
Right.
that type
You
of
got
thing.
some
Like,
type of
but you
regret
still
about
gotta.
Right. It's like you got some of those people who be like, yeah, I fucked up. I made some bad decisions in life. Or if I can do it over, you know,
I would at least do this differently, or
Right.
you know, yeah.
But the ones who were like, I don't give a F, it is what it is. I did, no, it's a little.
Because
I think
you know,
so,
when people
too.
say so, sometimes when somebody
I ain't
says that,
worried
sometimes
about
I think
what
like
nobody
you
say.
didn't learn. It's lessons or something that you must have not learned in life yet or something. Because I feel like everything is learned and experience.
Yes.
So it's gonna be something that you once you do, you know, you think over, you reflect on it, you're gonna be like, wait a second, I definitely could have did this different.
I think that
I
is like,
shoulda.
I'm sorry if you think that way out there, but I think that's pure ignorance.
Yeah.
To think like,
Like, I don't give a
No,
shit
you should
about
learn from
nothing I did
everything.
in life
You should
or
definitely
whatever.
learn
Like,
from
okay,
everything.
everybody makes mistakes. And I feel like that's why it's a mistake. It's a mistake for you to learn and move on. Not just to do shit and act reckless, to say whatever shit out your mouth and then be like, I don't give a damn, I don't care.
cause y'all.
I said what I said. I
that's-
said what I said because I said what I said. And like, no.
Right.
Yeah, at some point in time, you definitely need to grow up. So those people like that, I feel like they don't learn from them at all. And the biggest thing is admitting that whatever you did was wrong or that had impacts on other people.
Yes, that's my issue. Mhm.
What do you mean that's your issue?
No, I'm saying like what I regret is not following through with school. And okay, I got a good job now, but I'm thinking about my daughter because it's like, how am I a role model for her when I didn't make accomplishments?
Right.
Like, so it's like, and that's what we go through in like the Black community is like, we not forced and pushed to go to college and stuff. So,
I was just having
like
this conversation.
if my parents
Absolutely.
didn't
That's
do
crazy.
it, I can't say I want to be like my mother.
Yeah, so like
Because my
who are
mother-
we
yeah.
aspiring to be?
So,
we
yeah, how can
seeing,
I push you?
You know,
And-
certain things, right?
Exactly.
Like,
So
how
that's
could you
why
tell her?
I love when parents go back to school,
Yeah.
and they graduate with their kids or whatever, or say they did it for their kids. And I wish I had it in me. I don't because I'm like chasing the bag. But like, how can I really push her to be like, but I feel like I got to push
be
it
all
on. Like,
about
no, you
education
don't have a
and-
choice.
But I feel like that's an example right there. Your regret is a teachable moment for her. And you're like, look, I still regret it every day that I
Yep.
didn't just go ahead and finish. And it's a lot of
Right.
kids that do finish high school and want to chase the bag, like you said. And the thing is that they don't never stop chasing the bag. They always want
Right.
to chase a
They
bigger
get-
bag. And they never go
Like
back to
when
school like
do
they
you
said they would.
Right.
So you could use that as an example to her. Like, don't. That bag is
Complacent,
always
right?
going to be
Kinda like-
there. And actually, when you finish school, it's going to be way bigger
Yes,
bag.
because if I had a degree, I'd be
exactly.
pushing, for better. Like,
Right.
I'd be trying to own some shit. So
Yeah, we talk about that breaking generational curses.
yes,
And that's definitely one of them. But I can say I do think that I wish I had the statistics because I didn't think you were going to go there about like the increase of. We already know there's an increase of Black entrepreneurship, which is I
Right.
think is
Yes.
wonderful. But the
Yes,
increase
nice.
of Black kids actually going to college because there's a lot of friends that you will see.
Let me tell you something.
And they will raise their hand and say, I'm the first one in my family
Yes.
that has gone to college and finished college. And these are kids our age.
Yep.
'Cause like you
Yeah.
said, actually, okay.
I think my cousin.
Has your
Ciara was
mom
the
and dad
first
went to
one.
college?
No. Like in my family, like I believe it was my cousin Ciara, and she's like a year younger than me. She
Okay.
was like the first one who graduated from college.
The first one.
Yeah.
And
And you said
our
she's-
age.
Yep.
In our age, and our parents, and nobody.
Wow.
And that, we'll finish that, but it's even gonna go into marriage, like with
Oh my God,
relationships.
yes, yes.
Cur-
What
like
about you?
family curse.
Your mom went to college
Some. She did some college
she
and then
didn't
she got
finish?
pregnant with my sister.
and then never went back.
Nope.
We know Daddy didn't go to school. No, he didn't went to college.
Nope.
My mom started. She went to Bloomfield.
Like
And,
she did some college too.
but what the thing is, she went back. She didn't go straight out
Mm-hmm.
of high school. She always wanted to go to college, but she couldn't. She had me like 11th grade of high school.
Okay.
So when I got older and everything, there was something like you said, always was in the back of her head that she wanted to go. So she actually did go back when I think it was like in the 2nd grade or something. I was young, but she said she didn't have the help for me like she
Like
could
more
have,
support.
which is another thing. It's
That
like you need, it does
Ties
take a
into
village.
it really does.
Take a village.
need
You
help
need
and
support.
Like when
Yeah.
you have
Right.
support, that's a great thing,
So-
and everybody don't have that.
And people that say they don't need it,
It's crazy,
please.
Right.
crazy because
I don't
everybody
need
needs somebody
nobody.
for something.
Right.
Yep.
So that was
Okay.
one of the reasons why she didn't finish. But again, 2 parents right there, and they didn't finish college. So that's definitely. I'm glad you shared that. What about you, Keaton? You have any regrets?
Mine's is definitely school. I thought long and hard about that. It's school. I got to a certain age in high school when I started cutting up and skipping school, cutting classes and that type of thing. And it just after a while it caught up, and I'm just now I know, like I know better. Like I wish I did what I was supposed to do.
You
for
guys
real,
ever
for
think
real.
about going back?
Hell yeah.
You talking about like
I would
I'm
definitely go
talking
back
about
to college.
Yeah.
I would definitely go back.
Nah.
I
Well,
would.
I feel like it, but then again, see, and then I'm like, I feel like it's not for everybody.
Yep.
And then I go into that, like, but I don't want to teach my daughter, like,
Right.
it's not for everybody. No, it's like I kind of want to force it on her.
You know what I think the biggest thing? No, I think college is more for me because I've been there. I went to college, went to grad school, everything. But I'm the biggest advocate for it ain't for everybody too. But I would say if you had a chance to do it, to see if it's not for
Just
you or not,
experience
don't
it at
waste your
least.
money. Please
Yes.
don't waste your
Yeah,
damn
don't.
money. Because we don't know if we still
Try it.
Biden, we still rooting for you, please. We need you to get rid of these loans, and we don't know if that's gonna happen. So don't waste your money going to school, and it ain't. You know what I mean?
Like somebody wants to be in school for semesters and semesters still don't know what they want to do.
But for me, it's the whole experience of college.
Yeah, and I think that's what more so I wanted to go for.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
so
learned
that's-
so much from meeting people from all around the
money.
world. And learning how to interact with people, because
And that's very important.
It's very important how to
important.
interact,
Growing
how
up
to
in the
work
world,
with
you
people.
gotta- yes.
Yep.
Learn how to deal with people. Dealing with
Yes.
people is so important.
Yes, and that's
Mm-hmm.
even
We do it in every
moving
part of our
away.
lives.
College
Period,
is what
anyway.
make that path. Yeah, college can make that path. I believe.
Even living away from home, if you live away in college, that's a big learning experience as well for you too. That's a culture shock, especially for our spoiled ass kids.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I gotta eat noodles and noodles. Like the cap is closed. My mom can't cook
nobody
this or
cooking.
that. So yeah, I'm the biggest advocate for it. It's not for everybody. I mean, I regret certain actions the way how I act, especially in college. Oh, when I went away for school.
I'm fucking like,
And that first year, I was a freshman. I was so young. When I came back, you know what I did? The crazy thing is, half the stuff when I be wilding out, I don't even remember why. That's how you know that you
Something
shouldn't be
ain't right.
acting the way you should.
There's
You need
something
to
right.
reevaluate yourself. Something ain't right. Because I be, well,
A little
used
chip
to.
on your shoulder, be like, don't do it. You know you're supposed to be doing it, but you be like, I'm gonna do
Right.
it anyway.
Just snapping on
I ain't
people.
gonna do it. Do it for the.
I came back home that first summer. I had wrote this long. This was when Facebook first was open, and this was
Was
on
it
Facebook.
MySpace or Facebook?
No, this was Facebook. This was when Facebook was only for college kids too. That shows you how old I am. Okay, how long I had my account. I came back and I wrote a big ass message. That shit was long as hell, and I tagged everybody on my floor. And I was like, and you, bitch, you such and such, and you with your weak ass, punk ass boyfriend. Like, I went in on everybody. I don't even know why. So I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, she's evil.
I apologize for y'all. Because you know what? I went to go message somebody, and then that still was up there in the message thing, and I rewrite that. I was like, oh, I felt so embarrassed.
that's how you know you grown and you change.
That's how you know you've grown.
for the better stuff. When you look at old you and you be like, yo, who
So
the
I'm
fuck
definitely
somebody
not one
get
of,
her?
I'm not that type of person who's like, I said what I said. They needed it. They deserved it. No, that's
In the
embarrassing.
moment, you go through that, you know, when
Right.
you're just angry and you don't want to back down. But you sit there like.
That's why sometimes when I see these young kids snapping or these young girls going off, and I'm like, damn.
I be like so ignorant. Ugh, that junk. I just
Yeah.
be shaking my head. That junk.
I go
get
into
on
my little
skin.
auntie mode. I'm like, oh, no, sweetie. Step away from me, sweetie. Log out from me, sweetie.
Like me 40 years old. It's like
But it's about learning. It's like,
knowing that I would curse somebody out in the middle.
oh my God, right? Knowing you still, what, God ain't through with you yet?
Right.
Like God ain't through me yet. But I hate seeing ignorance. Yeah.
So, long story short, so all of that, you just have to make sure that you have control over your words and your actions. And that's the biggest thing, having control over yourself and your actions. So when you're dealing with these regrets, long as you learn how to, you know what, I've acted that way before, let me have self-control over myself.
Yeah, because I'm going through that. I go through that with work. Like, you know, it's like, I'm like, okay, they have ownership, not ownership, but okay, they the managers or whatever. So it's like I gotta respect them, but then I'll be on some shit like, bitch, I'm grown too.
No.
You know,
yeah,
like, so it's just like, it be irking me because they don't know how to talk. They're not being professional. But it's like they purposely picking because they know they could.
Right.
And they
Right.
have an upper hand over you. And then it's like, I'm sitting there like, who the fuck are you
that
talking
gotta
to?
be hard. When you
It's
working at a
very
place.
you gotta-
hard because, you know,
That's not
they
professional?
controlling your money. Like, you know, so it's like, you ain't about to fuck up my coins, but it's like, you
at the
got me
same
fucked
time,
up.
hold on.
Like,
Right.
Let me
you
show
know
you
what I
something
mean?
real
It's
quick.
like, oh my God, that, I'm like sad. It's like, I don't know, I mean, like I've been going through this for years with my job. And I can't bite my tongue. I see myself now, like it be stuff and I be turning around, I get them there looking, and I be like, and I be talking to myself in my head like, Yana, just don't say
Well, at least the
nothing.
look will
I
give it
gotta
away.
I gotta talk to myself like just don't say nothing, just don't say nothing. And I still be like, but who made that up? Like, like
she
coming
just
to,
said.
and I just hate that about myself because it's like I probably don't
Like,
say what I
damn, why you
wanted
had
to
to
say,
say
but I
that?
gotta
Right,
say
but you
something.
still gotta say
It's
something.
like
Gotta
it's
say
something.
something.
And I honestly hate that about myself. Like I get myself like my union rep, he be telling me that he is not representing me again.
Oh hell no, that's serious.
And I still
When
be
your
like-
union rep don't want to fuck with you no
I'm like,
more.
motherfucker, as long as you freaking taking money out of my check every month, you're gonna. He
You
like,
know
I am
why?
not
Because she be
representing-
fighting with the union rep too. Like, and I mean, I don't blame you neither. Especially if you getting paid to do something and you a half-ass way doing it. It's like, nigga, you supposed to be on my side.
Right?
Like, whose
Yeah.
side are you on? And
You
these
don't come here telling me I'm wrong. No, just say, whisper to me that I'm wrong and be like,
Or
but
you
we
wait
gonna
till we
fight
step
this.
outside and
You
say
just
that.
like,
Right.
you know, Miss
Step out the
you
room,
know,
we
you-
talking about it.
Excuse me? No, what's your claim? Like, no, I don't want to hear it. So, but that I got a problem with that, and I feel like I need to learn from that because even though on the union and all that, like before I knew it, like it ain't. They can't fire me like ASAP, but through
Right,
time with a bad
right,
record,
right.
it can happen. Then I really be living in regret.
Right. Especially if your union rep be
You
like,
know,
you know
like-
what? Yes.
That's it, right?
Yeah. So I'm working on it.
Well, I'm glad you're honest. That's a good thing. That's a step,
Right,
right?
yeah, I be
It's a
talking
huge
to
step.
myself like, don't say no, Yana. But I still be like, okay, have a good night. Okay, you done?
Looking just like that.
Look, but that's
I
still
do.
better than just
It's
popping
better
off
than
or
saying
anything. You
anything
know what I'm saying?
else.
Right, exactly.
I'm
Or
like,
even going
okay.
over. Right.
You done? Okay.
Like, all right.
I think I'm still struggling with that too, which is why I read a lot of self-help books. I'm so serious. Like, those are my favorite. I go to Barnes & Noble. Like, excuse me, where's your personal growth section? I need personal growth.
I need to go there.
And they help though, and you do feel a lot better. But it's everything with living in regret. Should you be guilty about doing certain things? Like, I'm not saying I am, but we've all had children young.
Right.
What about that?
Oh yeah. So
You know, people like, oh no, I'm glad I don't regret having my daughter. But
no,
let's
see,
be
I didn't have
realistic.
that guidance of like my somebody around me like helping, like leading me the way to do the right thing.
Right.
So I wasn't taught how to use, like I knew to use condoms, but it's like I wasn't taught to safe sex. Like
Okay.
I wasn't taught it. Like my mother was in the streets. Like my grandmother raised us, she was working hard. So it was like we really kind of like was on our own. So I
Yeah.
wasn't taught that. I ain't had nobody like, listen, them boys don't love you. Like, don't do this, don't do that. Like, I wasn't taught that. So I was just out here learning on my own. I was using condoms, but it was just like, that wasn't just it. It wasn't like, you having sex? Go get on birth control or nothing. Like, so when it just
Nobody
happened,
really
it
sit
was
you
like,
Yeah.
down. Like,
you know, no one sit me down. So when I growing up, you know, it was like my family, they was acting like they was against abortions. That's why they got so many kids. But it was just like, when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, abortion is not an option because, you know,
Right.
like that's not acceptable in my
Right.
family. Not knowing so many people done fucking did it.
probably did
Right.
just say it.
But now, please, because I haven't learned. Like, even though I'm older, but I'm not going to put myself in that situation
Right.
again if I'm not ready.
Right.
I was just young. No, like, the sad part, no one even told me what to do. Like, I had one person who was just like, just get rid of it. Like, you, because I was like modeling at that time. Like, you know, you got your career ahead of you. Like, but I'm just like, no, I can't do that. Like, so I don't regret, like, not following through that at
Right.
all. But I know it's just because I didn't have the supporting thing.
And
like, I
guidance
wasn't
and stuff that
like,
you feel
guided
like
the
you
right
should.
way.
Yeah. Had you would have had it.
If I would have had it,
Right.
it may have never happened.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like that. So, but I would never like do it again or put myself through this again.
And that's what I mean.
You never know what you're gonna go through. Like, I was with my daughter father. You never know how it's gonna be. And I'm not a
Right.
single mother. We just two separate households. He's very active, but it's like I would never put myself through this
Right.
again if I'm not sure and locked in. Even though you could be married and not
And-
sure,
and things
you
still go
know?
left, right.
But it's like if we're not financially stable and everything, like
We're not on the
I'm
same
not
page.
taking
This
that
isn't going
chance.
somewhere. We
I'm
don't
not
have a
taking-
solid
I didn't
foundation.
have
Foundation already.
babysitters or nothing.
Yeah.
You know how
Right.
much I risked at my job, like
Right.
leaving work to go
Support and
get my
everything,
daughter,
yes.
having my daughter sitting in the back, like it's so hard. Like you're never prepared to have a child. I don't care how financially stable you
Thank
are.
you.
And anything, if
Yes,
you think you got support, people
absolutely.
could say they're gonna support you, but then it's like
Yes.
everybody want money. You can't be mad at that. Like it's just everybody wants something out of it, and then you can't be mad when they say no.
Yes.
This is your responsibility. This
Right.
is your
Right.
job.
Right.
And I went through this with years for my daughter. Like her father working, so it's my days. I gotta figure it out. I'm leaving work. And then like last year, before we decided to switch at school, it's like I'm sending my daughter in Ubers to come sit in the lobby at my job until I get off.
you gotta do
I have
what you
no
gotta
one
do.
to watch and I have to do what I have to do. And like that's a risk right there with
Yes.
these Uber drivers and they being
Yes.
crazy. But it was just like a mess. So it's
Can't
like
leave work.
honestly, right now I don't care if my like clock is ticking, which is not really, but I would not put myself through it again.
Right.
No one
No,
could
no.
convince
It's like
me.
you're not gonna sign up for that.
Yeah,
all
I'm
over
not
again
gonna.
if you
I'm
know
not gonna sign up for
that you
it.
don't have
I
help.
could say I know better now. Like I'm at the age when I know better. So
Like-
a nigga telling me they love me can't convince me.
There you go.
Love can't convince me.
We're gonna have
What you
to
need? The ring?
we're gonna do
I'm
things
a
differently.
Tell the
ring.
audience. Tell the audience what you
You
need.
gotta put a ring on it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that's saying either.
Damn. Okay. So
It's hard.
She
out
like,
here.
wait
she
a
just gotta
second.
think about it. Point blank.
You
Period.
gotta think about it.
Listen.
It's like, why would you sign up if you had to look at your younger self?
knowing better, right? Like you know this, you went through whatever you went through. If you had to struggle and figure things out by yourself, no support, or maybe ain't have as much support as you, it's totally different. It's different when you got a person, two people co-parenting or raising kids together, and they
Still
actually
hard.
have that help. It's still hard for
Right.
them, but they got that extra help. People who don't have help like that, or they do, but you still gotta. At the end of the day, like you said, it's your responsibility. This is your obligation. At the end of the day, don't nobody else is nobody else responsible for this, but the two people who made this child.
Right.
If
But
y'all
what-
not on the same page, yes,
But
you
forget
definitely gonna think about
financially
that.
stable or anything. Let's go back to the age thing. We were young as hell.
Yeah, we was young. I was 20 when I had my child.
Making
I
sure
was
you
20.
mature
I was-
mentally.
What was that? 22? Turned 22? Like in a week.
Yeah,
or
I
something?
was 20.
I had my daughter at 19. I had my
19,
first daughter at
22.
19.
Very young. Like,
And
oh
I'm
my
like
God.
beating up a family member right now who had a child young and having another one. I'm just like, but it's like you can't be on their back like that. Like this ain't the right thing because they're gonna be in defense mode. They're gonna block themselves away. They're gonna stay away, and that's like
It's just like you just want so much more. Like, think about it for our kids. You won't want your child living in that type of regret at all. You want them to live life, right?
Yes.
Don't you want them to travel? Look, these kids are traveling younger.
Yes.
We was not 20 years old in
Doing all-
Mexico,
I'm
right?
telling you.
and these kids out here living.
They are
I'm
out here
jealous.
living their lives. And
Traveling,
that's what
getting
I want
experience
for my
things,
daughter. I
see
don't
different
want her to be
places.
just having kids or babies at
Building
20.
memories.
Even though you think you're so old and grown because you working or you maybe just graduated from college, you think you're grown. You really that was my thing. I thought I was so much older than I was. Like maybe I was mature, but I still had so much more of my life
Learning
Right.
and
to live
Yes.
and to do and to travel and
Yes.
experience things.
And now we
shit, if
trying
I
to do it
wanted
now,
up
and they're
and
like
move-
6 year old asses down.
Six-year-old
Your daughter
ass
12
down.
years
Right.
old. My
Right.
God, she's still out here.
Yeah,
Her daughter's
see,
12.
Yeah, your daughter about to be in
Mind your
high
business.
school. You still out here.
Mind your business.
Like I
That's
always
true.
wanted to like move to. I wanted to live like in Atlanta.
Oh,
thought
right.
about
Not.
that
I'm so
before.
glad I didn't do it. But back then, Atlanta wasn't as popping.
Yeah, it
Everybody from
was.
North wasn't in Atlanta then. I wanted to live in Atlanta. I wanted to move to Texas. I wanted to live in
I wanted to
California.
live
Like I
Dallas.
wanted to be that
Cali.
that
I
that
wanted to be
traveling
Cali,
nomad where I
Dallas,
lived
yes.
different places. Oh my God!
Charlotte,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, we could have been roommates right there in Dallas.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
could have
like-
been in our 20s, moved away and started over together.
That's part of my life. I do regret. I regret the fact that I can't now. I could still probably do it now, but I can't really hop
it's-
up with kids
And just
like,
go.
come on, you know what I mean? And go,
Yeah,
'cause
it's like, oh, we about to go next weekend. We
pulling them
going
from
this
school
weekend.
to
Let's go
school
to
to school.
and trying to figure out who gonna make
'Cause
sure they
now
get
it's-
picked up, take them there.
Now it's
and
about our kids, so
Right,
we're
you
building
can't
these
be
memories with
selfish
our
no
kids.
more.
We can't be selfish. So it's like we want to go here, we got to take our kids because we want them to want to.
And I think that
Put
all
this
tie
into them
into
so
what
they
you were
can grow with their
saying
kids, yeah.
about college and your parents and stuff. Like not like maybe they didn't go to college or didn't graduate and stuff like that. Sometimes that do play a role too.
Like
'cause
you got to install
it's
in your
what you
kids.
see and
everything you
stuff.
do. Mhm.
It's what you see. If you're not what you see, not saying that that's just everything, but when you're seeing a certain thing all the time, that's what you grew up around. That's what you've grown accustomed to.
No.
This is what like sometimes this is what you know, and then you end up doing just that as
ever
opposed
heard of
to
you're a
kids
product
who
of your
are
But then it's the
environment?
negative way about it when you're part of your environment. When people grow up in this way and then they, they feel like, because I went through that with the drugs in my family. And like even some cigarettes, I hate cigarettes just because my mother and my aunts and them chain smoked. So it's like you can't even get me to smoke a cigarette, like never ever. And I hate the smell of them because I grew up on them. And I remember one of my friends' mother saying, "Ooh, you
Smell like
smell like
cigarettes."
cigarettes." When I got in her car, and I was like in 3rd grade, and I remember
But
that.
it's 'cause you was
it was
around
so
them and they had it.
embarrassing because it's like I didn't know how strong it was on me. So
because you were so used to the smell from being
but
around
you see
it.
people and you be like, we see how they hooked on pills and stuff, and they be like, oh, you know what she was like, I've always been a crackhead and all that. No, that don't mean nothing.
Like
That made me
right.
not want to try anything just because
It all
I grew up
it depends
around
on your the way you take your perception. How you looked at something, how you experienced it. Everybody experienced. We may experience the same thing, but that don't mean that we're gonna get the same lesson out of it. Or
Or maybe because I was more
You get what I'm
forced to
saying?
take care of my great-grandmother when I was like 11. Now, my daughter just turned 12, so imagine my daughter having a responsibility of going over to her great-grandmother's house to watch her while your grandmother work because
Instead of being a child.
everybody else
Being
in the
able to-
streets,
right,
being
right.
a child, and it's the summer, and it's 4th of July, and I'm
Right.
watching the fireworks
That
out the
doesn't make
window.
no
And that
I'm
does play
11
it
years
do.
old.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I said.
All
How
her kids are working, all her grandkids, because I'm a great-grand, all her great-grand, most of them are in the street are working. So I'm like, I'm 11 and I'm forced. Like, I was there while my great-grandmother was going through Alzheimer's and everything. I'm saying I had to go through this.
Yeah.
They tell me what to do on the phone, like how to lock doors and this and that and that. I had to go through that. I was 11, catching a bus from across town to go to my great-grandmother's house, walking to the fish market and everything.
having to learn how to
I
do
was
this
there,
stuff,
let
having
my
to
daughter-
have this responsibility
Right.
and them obligations
Nah,
at
she
such a young
begging me to go
age.
to the store. You're not walking to the store.
And what's so
Yes.
crazy is
I be the same way.
some people will
Absolutely
probably
not.
be like, "Oh,
'Cause-
y'all kids are too sheltered.
Yeah.
You shelter them
Oh, well.
kids too much."
Because we
What?
are lucky. I
Listen,
feel like I'm lucky. I grew up
we
on
were when
Avon
you-
with shootings. I was outside chilling.
Oh
and they
my
shooting.
God.
They coming up robbing the boys in front. Like, I
Yes.
went through all that. Stolen
Yes,
cars.
yes.
440 here,
all
Miss.
this
Forgive
stuff.
me if
Miss
I grow
Carmel
up, you know what I'm
Towers,
saying?
Miss 440 is here, so I know all about shootings and killings and standing on my balcony and
Yes,
coming
so,
up home from school and having
we
to walk
was
19
lucky.
floors of steps because the nigga just killed his girlfriend in the hallway and blood
Right.
splattered all over shit, being traumatized. 'Cause of that.
Crazy.
Like, I know that. So it's like you want to shelter your kids, and I don't give a shit what nobody say. If I want to shelter my child, let
That's
me shelter
my
her. But guess
damn
what?
business.
As she's with me being sheltered, I'm teaching her everything.
She's right.
She is not like she's oblivious.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I
Right.
still talk to my
And
kids.
she acting like she not
raw,
from somewhere.
real.
Yeah.
Show her videos and YouTube. This is what happened. We watch all types of shit together. And kids in jail and all that stuff. And so murder mystery, all that stuff. Because you shelter, but you still know what's going on
Yeah.
outside. I don't want you to see it firsthand like I did, but you still know.
I'm telling you.
Right.
What about have you guys ever did anything that you regret towards someone else?
Like evil moments.
Maybe cut somebody off or curse somebody out or
Nope.
said something mean. Or maybe like not been
Now I'm
there
gonna be
for
ignorant.
them.
Nope, I don't regret nothing.
Or maybe haven't been there for them like you needed to have been because you had a chip on your shoulder about some disagreement or something.
I put a lot of people first.
Remember that
sometimes
time?
before
Remember that
me.
time
A
I ain't
lot.
go to
And I kinda
daddy
do that
wedding?
too much.
I ain't go to my father's wedding.
Oh.
I don't know if that counts.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if that's something that you, then it would. Is that something do you?
And I know you don't regret it now because y'all got a good relationship.
Like,
Like, so
Right.
you and the wife. So
Yeah, I definitely didn't. I was in college too. I
Sure
called my
didn't.
mom. And I was
you
like,
was away. And you just ain't make your way. Like, I'm not
I was like,
coming
man,
up.
fuck that way. I ain't going. I swear. That was my attitude then. I don't know. I was like,
But was it something that he didn't make of yours, and then you just like?
oh, it was plenty of things he
yeah.
didn't make of mine.
So that's what
because he
that
was mad
was.
because I had a boyfriend. I was being too grown and all this other stuff.
Oh,
But-
hot ass.
Fast.
She always fucking hot in the ass. Always been hot in the ass. Just, oh my God.
So he was getting married. Look, at the time, it was so bad because she worked next door to my school. And it would be so bad that we got out at the same time, and I would wait in the window and see her. I would wait till I see her ass walk across the street to her car, then I'll leave. Like, all right. 'Cause that's how mad that's how much I didn't want to bump into her ass.
Wow.
Because I still had that old, young, I hate you because
my
Yes.
mother.
right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be my mother, not you.
Right.
Mentality. So then when they said they was getting married, yeah, no, they sit me down, we was in IHOP and told me that, I was like, I started crying.
No.
I was like, So then I called my mother. I was like, you know the wedding coming up, right? I said, come down here. Come down here with me. You can stay down here with me. You ain't got to be up there with that stupid ass wedding.
She said a whole lot more than just
she
that, but she
petty
never.
like that.
We
Yeah,
can't repeat,
I
we
am
can't
petty
repeat
like
that on
that.
there. We can't repeat that on there.
I mean, but now it's like I don't regret it because
And
it's
she really
something
did
that
not.
we learned why, what made me angry, what
'cause
made you
we don't
angry.
know why. Yeah.
So I don't
We
know.
being selfish at the moment. Yeah, we
But
don't
I'm so
get
glad
it.
that we can actually move on and do stuff and move on from that.
Let me tell you, okay. At one
We
point,
got
I didn't know it
relationships
was.
like
At
that.
one point, I never even knew it was gonna happen. I swear to God.
But we got
I was
relationships
like,
like that,
Daddy,
right?
she not coming.
Oh, you mean
She
the
not
wedding?
coming
No,
to
for
me.
real, I ain't coming.
I was trying in my head trying to figure out like, well, why the fuck do
Hold
I
on,
have
yeah.
to go if she not?
You
but-
didn't let your sister in your wedding, right? Because she was.
Let me tell you something.
Let's not talk
Let me
about
tell you
that.
something.
Because
she not even. I told her
That
she can't
wedding
even
is null
come.
and
She
void
can't even
anyway.
come to my wedding. Okay, she's not even invited to my wedding now because. All because I woke up pregnant one day. So I got pregnant. I was pregnant. And all because I'm pregnant, I can't be in the wedding. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck?
That's
sis?
it for you.
Sorry. Who says stuff like this?
Well, I don't need that in my
She like,
life.
nah. Then no. That's not even it. But
That's
you know what?
too much.
That's what I said. I told her this. I said, F you ain't your damn way, yo, because first of all, no weave. All right. She was talking can't nobody else have no weave.
yeah,
The
remember I
bridesmaids
said
can't have
she was
weave.
strict
They
as
can't
hell.
have lashes. They don't even need no makeup.
Do you
Anybody looking
regret
better
that?
than her.
Because
She
now
out of control.
now that you divorced, like, could we
Can
talk?
we go a round of applause for me being the one? That was a lesson learned.
Chance to that? Yeah. I felt like I was going through
Don't
it
start
with
with your cousin. Chill out. Chill out.
No, that is something, and especially for those who's listening who probably like, damn, is she gonna say it? Is she gonna? Yeah, we can go there real quickly.
Yes.
No, I do not regret that.
No, it was experience.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not like, oh no.
And your daughter
You
got
live
to
and you
witness a
learn.
household of
Right.
marriage too.
My daughter
Your mother
experienced
witnessed
it.
it,
It didn't
yes.
work out, unfortunately, but I don't regret anything because at the moment, shit, I thought that was right.
Right.
I've always been a hopeless romantic, whether
Right.
y'all know it or not. I've always been like
Right.
that. Like once I love for you, I love
That's
hard
it.
for you, and that's it. I don't see myself breaking up. If you my man, that's it. We ride.
We gonna rock this till the wheels
everything
fall off.
Till the
okay?
wheels fall off. But
So I got to,
But you
gotta
ain't
be a
gonna
breaking
be
point.
exactly. It's a breaking point. So once I reach the breaking
When you
point,
know-
well, I realized we talked before. You giving and not receiving.
Yes.
That's
It's time
it
to
for me.
go. Yep.
But I'll give you a chance.
So can I tell you what I regret about your
What?
wedding?
Oh shit! What happened?
Them ugly ass dresses we had.
Oh, those dresses is cute. They look like little flowers. Like
Let
little
me tell you.
I wish we
was
had a
the
little section where we could like
I
upload a
was
picture
the
real quick.
tallest one in the wedding, and we had on short dresses.
Well,
so
Yanni, you the
imagine-
tallest one around a lot of
Right, like,
anytime.
shit like that's like
Any
something
fucking
that-
time.
But just imagine what I had to go through. My dress looked like a mini dress because I'm
It
tall
did.
as hell. You know, and
It's
she ain't let
okay.
us. She ain't let us have like she fucking like.
She Bridezilla.
Yes, she let us have no say. So she told us our hair.
That's all
our
right. That's why
dress.
she's
Well,
not,
it's
gonna,
okay.
she's not gonna be in my wedding.
The next time, I'm gonna just
I
go down
can't
to the
wait
Justice
till I
of the
get-
Peace or
Look at
Vegas
this.
or a destination one. Y'all ain't even gonna have to be bothered. I'm gonna just come back married and pregnant.
I'm gonna marry an African for somebody just to make y'all
Oh,
pictures
that's a
my
good idea.
bridesmaids. Just to
So
put y'all
it-
through hell.
So email us.
Just to
I
put y'all
need some
through
Africans
hell.
to email us real quick. So just to wrap it up about living in the past, really quickly, I just want to tell you guys it's just a few pointers to get over past mistakes and dealing with regret. Even if so, we said we don't have any regrets, or did we say
We said we do. We regret
it's just a
school. We regret not
Education.
putting,
Education
not putting
is
as much
important.
into our
Yeah,
education.
education
Oh, no, I'm
as
still
we
thinking
should
about my
have.
wedding. I'm sorry.
So we
I'm
know.
sorry.
We know.
My
what-
mind was there. I apologize. But no, seriously. But we just want to give pointers on how to get over them. The number one thing is to own up to them. Like I
Right.
said earlier,
Yeah, everybody-
and especially if it affects other
Listen.
people, own up to your
We're
mistakes.
we're
Yeah, I
here
don't
to
speak to
live
some
and
cousins
learn.
because of that.
Everybody's not perfect.
Right.
So we do make mistakes. Long as you be like step back, be like, you know what, I was wilding. I need to go apologize to that man.
When you can admit that you wrong, to hell
need to
with
call her on
admit,
the
to hell
phone.
with
Growth.
what
Yeah,
everybody
that's
else is
part of
thinking.
it.
Right.
When you feel like you did something wrong, you can admit to that and sit there and be genuine and honest about it. That's when you know you've grown
All right.
within yourself. What
Stop
about
living
you?
in the past. Some people
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on to this stuff and be like, oh, if I woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But
I should've did this.
that do too much damage to yourself. You gotta
Right.
you gotta learn to
You
let
gotta
stuff
let it go.
You never really know how much damage that do to you until you start to learn and
happened.
you
How
see
can I
certain things
move
happening
forward?
because you're doing. You respond certain ways to stuff because of the certain
You gotta
experiences
remove yourself
you've
from
dealt
it.
with. You really gotta.
I didn't go
Just
to
do what you gotta do
Somebody
for you.
I didn't go to
got that
school,
much
but how can I
here.
tell my child how?
Somebody got that
Yes,
much control
like-
over you.
Oh
You
my
need
God.
to really remove yourself.
Yes,
for
remove
real.
yourself. Move on.
Ooh.
Like no
Why y'all
type
so
of
heavy?
interaction.
Y'all
I'm
heavy
sorry.
tonight, Jesus.
Think about restoring the relationship that was broken because of something you did. Just give it a chance. Give it a stab.
Because I hate when people just start speaking back and we never talk about what the hell
Thank you.
happened.
Like
That
it's like
happens-
sweeping
you.
stuff under the rug.
That happens with me.
Oh,
a
my
lot.
goodness.
Ugh.
Restore. So talk about what happened. If I was wrong, I apologize. I'll talk about it. Yeah. Next time we're gonna do X, Y, and Z differently. Open it up. Think about it. Like,
But
damn,
see, people,
like.
they got, and
I-
another thing,
'cause I
don't
hate
just
when
say what
people-
y'all gonna do differently. Learn to be intentional.
I hate when people like
And
no
what you
matter what
doing.
happened between us,
Really
it
do
could
it.
be
You know?
all this time without us talking. But when we talk back, it's like we never missed a moment. No, y'all never talked about exactly
Yes.
what happened.
You never healed
Right.
past
Yeah, you
whatever
never
that problem
healed.
was.
Like, y'all
Right.
just
In order
No,
to
I'm
move
not-
on and
we
stop
ain't about
holding
to
on to the
say.
past, you gotta admit to
Yes.
it, talk about
No
it,
matter what we went
restore
through
it.
for all
Being
these
grown
years,
is
no.
learning how to communicate.
Yes.
Okay, is learning how to communicate effectively, the right way. That's being grown. Being grown ain't sitting here having an attitude and you done hauled the ass out the door, out the house to go do this, to try to be in this person's face and make this one jealous. So do this. That's not being grown. Being grown is communication. If you got a problem, speak on it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right. Recognize, admit, and move on. All right. And we want to shout out, before we leave, we want to shout out our boys.
Oh, our boys.
We want to shout out our boys.
big.
They are listening to
Okay.
us. We want to let you know, actually, we want you guys' feedback on our show. And we want to see how you guys think about our boys' show. Red Cup Talk.
Red Cup
Shout
Talk.
out to Bravery Studios, Red Cup Talk.
Shout out
you
to
can't
them.
just only listen to us.
Go
Hey,
like and
you gotta listen to them
follow.
too.
Yeah.
Watch and
But
listen
we
to them
calling
as
y'all.
well.
We gonna do a battle.
Right.
We gonna do a battle with y'all. We calling
A TikTok battle. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We
This how
coming.
you coming?
That's how we coming.
We gonna do a battle of the sexes with them. We don't know when, but we calling y'all out. We gonna choose a topic and we gonna go
Lord.
in. Okay? We gonna go.
Y'all
in.
ready?
We gonna drop the same week and we gonna go back.
I'm gonna
okay?
drop y'all like Nate. All right, y'all.
How they did that, dude?
Poor Nate.
She said how they did that.
Poor Nate.
All right,
Yo,
y'all.
y'all like to.
Good
Good night, everybody. Zone out. Have a good weekend.